What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Rusto Mod. We are back in the shop finally, and we are working on the F250 project. If you guys have missed the last previous episodes on this build, let me give you a quick rundown to show you guys what we have done to this awesome truck that's all in pieces behind me. So we started with a 1959 Ford F250. The truck was super cool. It's the first year Ford made a factory four-wheel drive truck, but all that old suspension wasn't gonna cut it. So what we did was we swapped the entire body onto a 1994 Ford 7.3 Turbo diesel. And we figured out the cab mounts, the brakes, the steering, and we've been doing a ton of rust repair on this truck to be able to get it back together. In the last episode, you saw this thing. We've actually cut the frame in half and we shortened it up to be able to fit that original bed. And we put in a new 7.3 Turbo diesel in there, so that way we should be good to go whenever we get this thing fired back up. So now we're back in the shop. I've been traveling, going all over the place, and I haven't worked on this project in quite a while. This is a good pivoting point in the series because we've taken the thing completely apart and now it's time to put it back together. So we got to get our frame ready to go because I'm dying to fit our cab back on the frame. So that saves me a little bit of space in the shop and it gets me motivated to be able to put the bed back on. That's the next big thing that we're going to be doing. So let's work on this frame and show you guys what we have to go, and hopefully we can get this truck together. So like I said, you guys saw we swapped this engine and we chopped this frame down. So I really just want to get this out of the way and done so that way we can get it back together. I'm kind of waiting on some parts, but a lot of things have showed up. So I have all these boxes of parts here, all these boxes of parts here, and we just got to put it together. I have to run our fuel lines back and connect it to the engine up here. And then I have to run the brake lines because we cut the frame, we had to cut the brake lines. So splice those back together, run some lines up here. I do have to hook up some things to the engine, our throttle position sensor, and a few more things to hook up, but it shouldn't be too bad. The other huge thing that we got done is I took the drive shaft to a drive shaft shop and got it cut and shortened. So it looks like it's gonna fit. I just wanted to make sure that it looked pretty close. So that looks good. We'll also have to bolt that in. I got new shocks and I'm gonna replace those. Remember, we tried these rough country ones and that whole kit didn't work out. So we're gonna swap to some stock new shocks. I just wanna get all the little stuff like that taken care of while the cab is off, because it's gonna be a lot easier to work on. The other thing I have to do is we gotta make the exhaust. So now that the frame is cut down, our exhaust is way too long. I just went on eBay, grabbed a cheap one that fits on this truck, and I'm gonna put that back together and have to modify it a little bit because we obviously don't have a length here for a long bed. So we got a little bit of work to do, but we're getting pretty close to being able to put the cab back on. That's really the main goal that I want to get to, is trying to piece this back together, at least get the cab on, because then I can steer this thing. It's a pain in the butt to be able to steer this around the shop with no cab. So that's my plan. So let's start putting all these lines together. We'll get that out of the way. We can put our drive shaft in and start knocking out this little list we got. Well, that wasn't too bad. So we got all the fuel lines run down to the gas tank. I also got the new brake line in there, the one that I had to cut. I bought the entire kit just in case I needed them, but the rest of the brake lines on here look pretty good. And then the last thing I did was throw in that new drive shaft. So all that is buttoned up. So now I bought an exhaust kit on eBay, cheapest one I could find. And I'm gonna make an exhaust for this. It should be kind of a bolt-on deal, but it's kind of, you know, we have to figure out how to make it work with the short wheelbase, and this exhaust isn't necessarily the best. So might have to weld some stuff up, but I'm gonna begin trying to assemble our little exhaust here and see how that works. All right, well, I got my cheap little eBay exhaust kit in there. It fits all right. The bends are pretty nice, but that's kind of where that ends. So unfortunately, I don't really know why, but this pipe is just too short to be able to reach, you know, where the downpipe is. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do, I have, you know, this size going to the same size here. The only thing I had laying around is this reducer. So it looks like it might be just enough if I cut this off and then use the bigger end to be able to kind of bridge the gap here, and then I can clamp it the rest of the way. So if I need to remove it, I can still remove it out of the way. So that's kind of what I'm gonna do, kind of make this work in this situation. I would like to just get a longer pipe here and throw a clamp on there, but I don't have one here. So I'm gonna make it work. So I got the welder all set up. So I'm gonna tack this up together, and then we can clamp the rest of the thing, make sure that all fits good. And the exhaust should be pretty much done. All right, well, a little bit of a struggle, not too bad, but our exhaust is done and I got that all clamped up, ready to go. I might end up changing the exhaust a little later. We'll have to see how it sounds and stuff. This was just the cheapest, quickest way I could knock this out. I got our front cab mount switched out because if you guys remember way back, we ended up making these and they were too thin and I never changed them out. So I got some thicker ones there, and I got those swapped out and they're all bolted up to the frame. I went back and bolted the rear two cab mounts on. So that's all good to go. Like I said, we got all the lines ran and everything. The only thing left, I'm gonna yank off this transmission harness because we have some stuff coming to control that isn't the factory stuff. So gonna get that out of the way. We're pretty close, guys, to being able to put this cab back on. I am gonna do a little bit more rust repair on this. I'm not sure if I'm gonna film it. It's just some little things I kind of missed whenever I was doing it the first time. So I'm gonna tackle that and then we can go ahead, lift it up and put it back together. Really excited to get this back together. I think it's gonna look really good with our newly painted motor and all that fresh stuff, our painted frame. The other thing I'm really excited about is to be able to fit the bed on the truck. And then I also have a bunch of new parts. I have the shifter and the transfer case we're gonna have to figure out. So if you can see now that I have the cab mounts on here, you can see where that cab sits. So my feet are sitting right where that cab mount is, and the seat mount is kind of right in this spot. So the transfer case shifter is gonna come up right underneath the seat. So we're gonna have to do something custom for that. And then I also bought another low car shifter that I same kind of one to have in the C60, very similar, but this one's a cable style because that's what we have here from factory. So we're gonna run that. That should be pretty easy because it's a cable. We can kind of put it wherever we want. But I'm a little nervous on how we're gonna do the transfer case shifter, so that's the big thing we gotta tackle next. Because I also bought some carpet for this truck, so I don't wanna go ahead and put all the carpet in there because we're still gonna have to cut the floor up a little bit for the transfer case shifter. All right, so now that I got the frame pretty much done, we're gonna go ahead and move the frame back outside, and then I'm gonna grab the cab, finish up a little bit of rust repair we have to go on that, and then we should be able to put them back together. I don't know if you guys have seen this in the background, but I picked up a 1949 Ford 8N tractor that has been super helpful around the shop, moving these big car frames and stuff around. I snagged this thing for 800 bucks and it is very good, really reliable. It's still the original 6-volt battery in it and it fires right up and runs great. I have a little forklift attachment thing on the back so I can move some junk around, but super handy to have around the shop here. So thought you guys might be interested in this. It is pretty sweet. So I'm gonna use this to yank the frame back out of the shop here so we can get that cab up and start working on that. All right, guys, so I think we're finally about done with the rust repair on this truck. We have done a ton of sheet metal work on this project, and I'm really glad that it's kind of behind us, hopefully. So I just cut out those little plates and I put it around where the cab mounts are just to give it a little bit extra support on the floor. So we got that in there, and now I'm going to coat it with the GOAT. This is the sweet patina undercoating that we're gonna put on the bottom of the cab to keep it from rusting even further. So I'm gonna spray this down real quick and let it dry. And then I think we could be able to put this back on. I know I keep saying that, but I think this is the last step before we can put the cab back on. So let's spray it down real quick. Like I said before, go in the description below and get all your Sweet Patina products. I have a discount code linked below. There is a ton of stuff that Sweet Patina sells, not just car care products, but all these paint products I've been using on this entire build are from Sweet Patina. They have everything. So go check them out. Let's try this stuff out. All right, guys, long time coming. The cab is off the dolly. So now we could finally try to roll that frame back and set it on the frame for the last time. So hopefully I got enough height. My little hoist thing here is all the way up, and this frame has kind of lost some weight, so it might be a little bit higher than it used to be. So I might have to switch out the rear tires just to get it underneath there. So we'll see. But I'm gonna try to roll it back and see how it looks. It really wants to spin over to this side, so I'm gonna throw a strap on it just to kind of bring it over. All right, I got it pretty close. Looking like that'll work. So now I just gotta kind of work it down. Should be home free. All right, that one is in the hole. That looks pretty good. All right, that one's in. Now all this stuff is slotted, so we got a lot of play. Got the front, and the back is pretty much lined up also. A little hard to do. Not gonna lie. All right, that one's in, cool. Definitely a long time coming. That looks good. Whew. You can see our nice blue engine, or nice clean engine, painted firewall. It's gonna look really good. All right, I got it set down. I do have to move it by hand to just kind of get it into place, but for now, that should work to roll it back in the shop and I can get underneath it. This has been so long. Doing metal work and cutting the frame down and stuff. You can kind of see the cool short wheelbase too, which is awesome. All right guys, finally, it's starting to look like a truck again. So much more motivating to work on this than work on a cab and a frame separately. This is gonna be awesome. Every time I set the cab on this frame, I forget how big this truck is. It's ginormous, but it looks really good. Really happy that we painted the engine and went through and make it look this nice. Same with the firewall. It's gonna look really good. You can see how much room we got in there and everything, so I like it. Now, the cab is kind of just sitting on there for right now. I need to line the bolts up and kind of shimmy it around a little bit and tighten everything down, but that's pretty much what it's gonna look like. That's the first step, at least, to fitting this all together. You can also kind of get a sneak peek of what it's gonna look like with the shorter wheelbase. I think it's gonna look a lot better. Really cool looking compared to what it did before. The little wheelbase is something I really like about this truck. Even still being a long bed, just the narrow wheelbase makes it look really unique and really cool. All right guys, well, I am super excited that we got this far on this project. It's really starting to take shape and look a lot nicer. It's definitely a lot more motivating to be able to work on a truck like this than a bunch of parts scattered all over the place. And in the next few episodes, it's gonna start taking shape really quickly. So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe so you can stay up to date with the Sasquatch project and the rest of the projects we have here on Rusto Mod. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.